Hi, I'm Wesley Thorp, and this is my Equinety barn check. Let's check it out. I was probably 3 years old when I first started swinging a rope. My dad roped, he jackpotted, went to the USTRCs back in the day. My granddad ranched, raised cattle, horses. He roped calves. So I was around it at a young age. As I got older, it was something that just became a part of me. I mean, I wanted to junior rodeo, wanted to go as much as I could and just be involved. I would say around the 12, 13-year-old age mark, it was something I wanted to dedicate myself to and try to be as good as I could. For me, a big game changer in my career was a horse called Dennis. I bought him when he was 11, and I knew immediately when I tried him, he was that next level horse. He got me to the NFR, and he was the only one I rode in 2016, the first year I did make it. I rode him at the college finals, the BFI, the Reno Rodeo, everywhere from start to finish. And he was a big game changer for what got me to where I am now. In 2020, I bought the place that we're at today. We started from scratch, and it's been a fun process. In the beginning, we definitely had some help with laying it out, and we kind of looked to see what would go best with how the land lays and where to put the house, where to put the arena, where to put the barn. The main thing I didn't want to do is regret where I put something. And we kind of wanted to see how everything ran and flowed, because once you get to using it, what saves you steps from the barn to the arena, the barn to the walker, the barn to catch the horse. So we just kind of wanted to see how it all laid out and just kind of built as we go. But we had an idea where we wanted everything, but I just didn't want to put something in the wrong spot to where we look back and regret where it went. So we're going to catch the A-team this morning. We got the first, second, and third string currently all out here together. Ray J actually came along the year Lex did in 2019, and he was a good asset to Lex. Lex was like the veteran, perfect, true blue, let you win all you could, and Ray J was a good complement to that. Now we're going to catch Mabel. Kids are trying to take him from me, but I try to use him every chance I get. He's super gentle. You can leave him off for however long, get on him, and he's always the same horse. So we're about to catch Rosa right here. She's been a pretty fun story for me. I got her when she was young. Didn't really have much expectation for her. She was always just fun to ride and get some reps on. And over the past couple of years, she just keeps kind of proving herself over and over. I put her in a spot where I had to use her, and she kind of really came through, and ever since then, she's kind of been a part of the A-team. Let's check out the tack room. So here, got my pad racks where I keep all my saddle pads, keep them clean, keep them separated. Keep all my rope racks right here. That's where I keep all my used ropes I'm gonna practice with. Keep them kind of out of the way, that way they stay in a good spot. They're not clogging up space. Over here, these are my saddle racks. I like to keep them off the ground, that way I got a good spot to stick every one of them. And then over here, this is my tack and my bridle racks. Let's go check out a few of these horses in the barn. So the first one we're gonna come up on is a 3-year-old roan stud. He come off the 4-6's ranch. He's a own son of Betty's a Cat. He's really making a nice horse. He's got a lot of potential, carries himself well, he's got good footwork. He's learned really well. He just listens to you. He picks up on everything you show him pretty quick. I don't really want to brag on him too much because he hasn't proved much to us yet. He's still in his learning stage, and we're going to kind of see what we can get him doing this year and kind of get him ready for those futurities next year. But so far, he seems like he's a good product that we've started out with, and we're going to kind of keep going through the process with him. As we're talking about studs, we come up on this one right here, and the first thing I want to talk about is conformation. When you're talking about, the height that you're looking for to get started, that build there, got a good strong build, really kind of get you, get some stuff done. The stats don't hurt, you know what I mean? When you're talking about studs, anytime you get something with some good proven stats, that's always a bonus. So you got a good something to work with right there. So that's that. As we come up on Juice here, he's a 10-year-old gelding. He's been pretty successful in the futurity world as well as the rodeo and jackpot world. He's been a big part of my program for several years, and he's coming off of an injury right now, so we're making sure we feed him all the Equinety and supplement we can to make sure he stays healthy and recovers well. But he's on stall rest for a little bit longer, and then we'll try to get him back in shape and get him back on the road sometime midsummer. Let's go grab a horse off the walker. This walker is a Wildfire walker. I've had it for a few months now. It's been a good addition to the team. It's super easy to use. Keeps my horses in good shape. Can stop it at any point. At my old place, I didn't have a walker, and it's just made it so much more efficient. Because I've always been a big believer in like getting a horse mentally prepared before you try to ask it to do something. So I just would spend the extra time riding it. Now I just put them on the walker, get them thinking about it, knock the edge off of them, and then I still like to spend the time on their back, getting used to them, getting, with them, get them prepared. But it just kind of takes off that edge of getting them more mentally prepared before I start. If you're looking to, get on the pro rodeo scene, I think the first thing you should do is surround yourself with, good mentors, people that have been through the trial and error of the things you should and shouldn't be doing. Horse care is important. Get around somebody that knows how to take care of their horses. So when you realize how valuable those horses are, you start to put them on the front of your mind of how to take care of them, how to treat them right, how to keep them in good shape, how to maintain them, how to give them the right feed, the right supplements, the right nutrition to help them have the long-lasting career they can. So now we're headed to the arena. It's one of the very first things we built on the place. Built it hand in hand with the barn. I think the arenas are extremely important. The way I designed it, I wanted plenty of room. It's 300 long, 165 wide. I like to make sure I have plenty of room, especially when I'm working on my horses, training, working on different scenarios. I want to make sure I have plenty of room. That way I don't feel trapped and getting bad habits or teach my horses bad habits. So I really think the width, the length are really important to me. Today when I rope, I'm going to make sure I use the time I need on each horse to make sure they're prepared for the next place they go. It's going to be more of a confidence building practice. I try to make my arena wide enough where I have plenty of time to prepare my horse for any situation. That way I keep them free, keep them locked in, kind of take my time on some of these slower ones to let the steer kind of get a head start, make sure they have full control going to the steer. We're just going to try to make sure they're ready and confident for the next spot. Let's run some. I've been very fortunate to have about 4 or 5 horses that have shaped my career, and I had a lot of other good ones that complemented them as well, but those 4 or 5 horses really have been instrumental in my career. Lex, he was the one I won the world on in 2019. He was the first, what I would call a game changer elite horse. He would not make mistakes. He was super solid and just showed up at big places. He was top 3 horses, 4 horses I've ever had. I won the world on him, and he let me feel like I could be the best at some point. And then Ray J was coming along as kind of my best short setup horse. When he hit that 12-year-old mark, 13-year-old mark, he really came into himself and started really gaining a lot of confidence in him. And then he's gotten to where I know him like the back of my hand now. I've had him for 5 years. He's just super fun now because I know every strength and weakness that he has. So he's been definitely what I would call an elite game-changing horse for me too. So Lex, the horse I won the world on in 2019, he came with a career-ending injury, as it seemed. He was going downhill. He was very stiff when I got him out of the stall. And Tyler Wade, a good friend of mine, he came across and told me that there's a product that you should really put him on and see if you could get some more use out of him, see how it helps him. And so I started using Equinety, and about a month into using it, I immediately went back right into the mix of my horse herd, which was a huge deal for me to be able to pull a horse that I thought that much of and get that, make him feel better again. So Equinety has turned into every horse gets it, everything, every day. We don't miss it. Every feeding, they all get it, whether they're a baby, 2-year-old, whether it's something that's a maturity horse that's going through a lot of training, they're all getting it. And it's been a great asset to my team, and it's something I'm going to continue to do. I've been very blessed with having limited injuries on my horses, but like the ones that have had those injuries, it has helped them recover and get them come back sooner. So whether it's something that has been injured or it's just something that is sore in recovery time, I feel like it is very instrumental to that. I mean, I definitely have some bigger plans, but as far as, I mean, I've come a lot further with it than I ever thought I would. Like, my rodeo career has brought me further than I ever thought it would, and I just don't feel like it's over yet. I've always, you know, set a goal to be the best heeler in the world, and I'm still on track to try to prove that. So I haven't proved it to myself yet. I feel like I'm getting closer, but that's always been my goal, and that's what I'm keep working towards. All right, we're about to go run some. We better kick you guys out of here.